Hey, what's going on, guys? Once again, it is me, Mark Easy, aka the DJ Daytrader. That's right, putting down another video for you. Now, a lot of people been asking me recently, what broker do I use for my day trading? And I figured I'd do a video and let you guys know about the broker that I use. Of course, I'm not rich. I don't got 25K. So how do I get past that PDT rule? Well, I'm gonna let you know in just a little bit. But before that, be sure to smash those buttons for me. That's right, don't forget to like the video. If you don't like it, let me know why in the comments. Subscribe to the channel and also hit the notifications tab so you can be informed anytime I put up some new content so you won't miss a thing. All right, so let's get into today's video about the broker I use for day trade. Now, check it out. Lately, there's been a lot of news about, that's right, zero commissions. First Charles Schwab, then TD Ameritrade, and everyone, E-Trade, I believe, and Interactive Brokers, everyone followed suit on that. And great, no commissions, great trading opportunities for everybody. But guess what? You still got that PDT rule. And if you don't know what PDT is, it's a pattern day trading rule, which means you can only do 3 trades every 5 days. So that's like buying and selling a stock the same day. You can only do that 3 times in a 5-day period according to the PDT rule. So how do we get past that without having $25,000? Well, the way I do it, and by all means, it's just my opinion. Other people may go a different route, which is fine, but the broker I use is Tradenet. That's right. And the reason why you can day trade without having $25,000, well, the PDT rule doesn't apply for Tradenet as the account is not located in the US. Also, you'll be trading what is called CFD. Now, what is a CFD? It's a contract for difference, basically between the buyer and seller, stipulating that the seller will buy the difference between the current value of the contract. If the difference is negative, then the buyer will pay instead of the seller. So basically, it's the same thing as trading the stock market, but you're not actually buying the actual equity or ETF or whatever it may be, but you're still making the difference from buying and selling, whether you're going long or going short. So the only difference is you're not actually buying the actual equity, so you won't get any money off of earnings or anything like that. All right, so that's the only difference right there. And now some people say, is CFD legal? Well, trading CFD is not allowed in the US. As a US citizen, you still can trade with CFDs with Tradenet. Why is that? Because buying an education program from Tradenet, get a funded account with TEFS, so the account is not directly yours. Basically, it's like a prop firm. You're just trading for them. So that is a little loophole we get, so we can day trade with Tradenet. So basically, you get paid as a freelance trader and you profit share with the company. Supposedly, this model was approved by a US SEC attorney that Tradenet consulted with before launching in the US. So because it is kind of a prop firm, you do a profit split with your earnings, but I'll get into that a little bit later on. Now, why choose Tradenet over all the other brokers who can bypass PDT like SureTrader, etc.? Well, it's basically because of a thing called leverage. That's right, leverage is simply an increase in buying power, which means you can buy more stock than your account size would allow. Let's say if you have a 6-to-1 leverage, if you have $1,000 in your account, you can buy stocks up to $6,000. But with Tradenet, the smallest package gives you a 35-to-1 leverage. With just a $3.99 investment, you can trade up to $14,000 in leverage. So that is a crazy amount of leverage and gives you opportunity to trade a lot of high cap, mid cap stocks that you wouldn't be able to trade if, say, you just had $1,000 and had 6-to-1 leverage and could use a $6,000 in leverage. Say if you wanted to buy a stock like Boeing that's $300 with $6,000, you could only buy about 20 shares, and that would be your $6,000. But with $14,000 leverage for just $400 investment, you could take double that amount of shares on a stock like Boeing or Netflix, etc. So basically, because they're giving you all this leverage, you do a profit split, and that depends on the package you have. A intro account that starts off about $500, do a 70-30 profit split, then it goes up from there. The student 75-25, expert 80-20, and the pro package you keep 85% and just give them 15% of your profits. Now you might want to check out what kind of packages you can start off with Tradenet. The first one is called an intro package. You pay $500 or $3.99, the link I have below, it gives you $14,000 leverage to trade with and a max loss of $700. So basically your account starts off with 14,000, and as soon as it hits 13,300, a loss of 700 bucks, it just closes automatically and you don't lose any more than the amount you invested. The next package up from there is the student account. That's right, for just $3,000 or $2,700 with my code below, you can trade up to $80,000 in leverage and have a max loss of $4,000. That's right. So basically, once you hit $76,000, your account closes, but you never lose any more than you invested. And anything above $80,000, what you started with, is profits, and you can pull that out monthly. And I'm gonna let you know how in just a little bit, so stick around for that. And here's an example of the max loss I was talking about. So an intro account has a maximum loss of $700, just an investment of $3.99. A student account has a max loss of $4,000 with just an investment of $2,700, and it just goes down the line like that right there, as you can see. So what happens when you hit that max loss? Well, they just lock the account and it's done. You can't lose anymore. So if you're in a trade overnight or a swing or just day trading, and say you were in big and the price action just went crazy, and say you lost an additional couple hundred on a big drop or a big pop, the account would just automatically close and you wouldn't lose any more than you had originally invested. So that's a good thing. That's a way to limit your loss and also limit your risk as a beginning trader, which is a great thing in my eyes. Next thing let's go over is the commissions. Yes, there is a price to pay. Other brokers may have zero commissions, but you fall under PDT. So if you want to play the game, you gotta pay the piper. So let's get into the commission rate. Tradenet commissions are about 0.0075 per share, with a minimum of $1.50 per executed order. Now here's a quick example of how much you paid in commissions. For 100 shares, you'd pay $1.50 or $3 round trip. 200 shares, same thing, $1.50 an order or $3 round trip. Although it is 0.0075, so you'd think a dollar would only cost you 75 cents, but there is a minimum of that $1.50. So that's why whether you trade 1 or all the way up to 200 shares, it'll always be $1.50 and $3 for that round trip. And then 300 shares, $2.25 per ticket. 500 shares, $3.75. 1,000, $7.50. 5,000, $37.50, etc., etc. You can do the math. So not a bad commission rate right there for what you're getting. And as I mentioned before, platform fee is just $15, which includes level 2. And you can take a look at the platform right here and check it out. Very similar to the DayTrader. It's a hybrid, I could say, with the level 2s, hot queues, hot buttons, charting, the whole works. In case you don't even have a Thinkorswim account, you don't even need one because it comes with the charting and everything for just a low price of $15 a month. And that's taken right from your account balance every single month. And of course, level 2, some brokers charge you extra to get level 2, and if you don't know what level 2 is, you better research it, because as you start day trading, you're gonna need to know what level 2 is. And unfortunately, there is no pre-market or after-market trading with Tradenet, but that's okay. We can make our money during the market when the volatility is there. What about stocks? Well, you can trade mostly every stock that has great volume. You'll find on Tradenet. You can go on the platform and see if it is tradable, and most stocks, like guys like those low floaters, if they had good average volume, it will be on there. And if not, usually the day after it runs or it shows volume, it will be on there. You can also trade IPOs and a lot of the tickers, so I wouldn't even worry about having a shortage of stocks to trade. And of course, short selling, no special fees, no hard to borrow, no not being able to trade it. If it's tradable on Tradenet, you can short it all you want. So that's the great part of it. If you can long it, you can short it. Just another great advantage of Tradenet. And now one of the most important things is how much money can you withdraw? Well, you can draw everything except your buying power. If you bought in a student account for $3,000 or $2,700 with a discount code, anything above $80,000 you can withdraw out the account. So say if you have $90,000 in there, you could take out $10,000 minus the wire fee and transfers and all that. But basically, just you would have to leave the original $80K leverage in there, so that will always be your base in there, so you can pull up everything over whatever you started with. 80k in the student package, 14k in the intro package, etc, etc. And the next question after people say how much money can I pull out is how do I do it? Well, you're allowed to draw once a month. If you made profits in the previous month, you could make a payout request up until the 10th of the month, and the funds will wire out the 16th of the month, and if it's not a weekend, you should receive your funds by the 20th of the month. When you withdraw the money from TEFS, you do it as a freelance trader, and they just deduct the equity over the original buying power plus the profit share percentage. So like I said, you're doing a 75-25 split. If you were drawing 10,000, you would get 7,500 minus the wire transfer fee, etc, etc, which is still great. Now there's a lot of questions out there like, do you actually get paid? Is this some kind of scam? No. There are a lot of allegations that Tradenet will not pay out the full amounts of the profits you made, and from what I saw, and from the people I know, they got their money. It's not a problem. So know your risk and do your due diligence on it, but definitely there's always a risk when it comes to trading. So like I said, do your due diligence and always calculate your risk and know what you're getting yourself into. And the last advice is, this is I believe Tradenet is a great start for all you traders out there trying to day trade. Gives you very low risk, like as low as $3.99 or $500 to start, so you don't have to put a lot in to learn how to trade. And majority of you are going to blow your accounts. I hate to say it, but majority of you are going to blow your accounts because you got to learn, you got to earn your keep, and this is a simple way to not get carried away with it. Like put in 500 bucks, you can trade up to $14,000 in leverage and lose up to 700, and once you lose that 700, boom, your account's locked. Not like you put in $5,000 and just lose the whole $5,000 because you over traded, you FOMO'd out, or whatever you did, got crazy and just lost everything. It definitely is an advantage to just have a calculated set amount that you put in and a set amount that you can lose, and then if you want to get another account after that, fine, you can just stop, think about it, and redo it. So definitely it's a good stepping stone, and once you get your money, if you feel more comfortable, you can transfer it to another US broker. It's not a problem, but it's a great way to start, and a great way to take advantage of not having that 25k to day trade, especially if you want to day trade. So Tradenet, in my opinion, is a great place to start for you guys. Like I said, other people might have their own opinions on it, which is great, and of course, do your due diligence, check it out, ask around, don't just take my word for it. Go ask some friends. There's a lot of people who use it and who got paid, so if you like it, like I said, I got the link for a hookup. You can get, I believe, $3.99 for the intro, $2,700 for the student, and discounts just go up from there. So you can check out the link below and click on that. All right, all good. But that's just my opinion of how to get started day trading. You might want to just fund a regular account, but why put so much risk? Why put so much risk and have to put $1,000 or $5,000 when you could put 500 and just start from there? Now, don't forget, help me out there, smash those buttons for me. Like the video. If you don't like the video, tell me why. Subscribe to the channel and hit that notification so anytime I come up with a new video, you won't be left out in the cold. All right, Mark Easy, aka the DJ Daytrader, signing out. Till next time, aloha.